1,000 seats. Wait, Korn, who is doing their Follow the Leader 20th anniversary, I was supposed to go have lunch with my friend and flaked and came home. It was a whole thing. But they were performing at the Palms, and what's that, another 5,000 seats at the I don't know if their theater is 5,000 seats. Let's say it's just a couple of thousand. But you have that going off. I mean, there was a lot out there, and they still managed to get a lot of people into that building, Andrew, considering everything that was going on in Vegas that weekend. I'm amazed that they were able to get everybody into everything. There you go. That was my report.
Very nice.
And I saw your stadium.
Very nice.
You're very angry about the stadium, Andrew.
No, the stadium's, yeah, they're building it. They got $750 million. They should be building something over there, but that ain't. We won't know until it's done. Until there's a customer walking through that door, Lee. So they got a long ways to go. Yeah, all you Raider fans that want to park 4.5 miles away, yeah, go have fun with that bullshit.
You don't have to park that far away. You can park
yeah, you do.
Hotels.
Yeah, you do.
You can park at a hotel and walk.
4.5. Oh, they're gonna tow your ass so fast. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the biggest.
All the hotel. Look, hater.
You know what
Look,
the city
hater.
does? You know what the city does? They wait for you guys. Oh yeah, we'll just park here and then walk away. Yeah, beep, beep, beep. Now you're paying $200-$300 to get your car out. Get out of here. There's no casino that is going to say, please park in our parking garage and walk your ass to the Raider game. Please, you're towed. Stop, Lee. Don't even lie to them. This is going to be the biggest moneymaker the city's ever seen, ripping us fans off. Oh, you got to get 1.7 miles on a Sunday afternoon? Yeah, good luck with that one.
Hater.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just not stupid. Common sense is what it's called. 4.5 miles away, takes 6,000 stalls. Times that by 2. How many shuttles are they going to be having going up the road at one time? That's what is it, 12,000 people, Lee? Come on, man. This is not rocket science. Then on the way back, you're talking 12,000 drunk-ass fans. I hope we won. Maybe we lost. Oh, let's put them all on a bus. Woo! I don't even know where to begin with that fucking disaster of a thing out there. Mark Davis is a total job. Come on, Lee, let's stay with the boxing. Don't get me off. We gotta play dick for dick. Oh.
Are you kidding? That's the whole premise of the show. One of the two of us going off about something. All right, let's take a deep breath. What did you think of Jaime Munguia's knockout?
The kid looks good. His career's not going to be long, but for
really?
You casual,
Cook was a piece of meat.
They've all been.
I don't know why they keep talking about this kid like he's the second coming of Christ.
He doesn't. He's not, but he's exciting, right? He's a big puncher, both hands. He's your Mexican style, right? Yeah, we don't give a fuck. We just go in there and throw punches. It's so stupid how they're trying to describe this style of fighting now. But Munguia fits that perfectly, right? So he's everything we want to see. So no, De La Hoya is going to keep giving on these lesser opponents. I mean, seriously, all 3 of the opponents last night, the 3 fights were good knockout of the year candidates, Lee, but come on. It was like not even 6 p.m. and 2 of your main event fights were over. Bad matchmaking by Golden Boy. You got to have more fighters on the card. You got to have guys that are there just to make $1, not to make $1,000, but they'll fight. Right? They're gap fillers. I mean, an hour and a half of just these HBO talking about the main event, it was sad. It was a sad pay-per-view card. I was not happy. I know everyone was like, oh, this is great. I know we got this like UFC mentality now, right? The faster the fight is like better, but I didn't like it at all. I'd actually like to see some competitive fights where both guys look like they can win. Both guys deserve the shot. There should not be a showcase fight on a card that costs $90 to watch at your house. So Moses versus Gonzalez probably should never have been on the card. Munguia versus Cook should have never been on the card. These are HBO Saturday night bullshit cards that you put on. HBO After Dark. This is not pay-per-view charging you a $90 HD price. So
You weren't digging on Spike O'Sullivan?
That one was all right. That's a decent fight. Okay, he got knocked out, but both of those guys are top 10 in the middleweight division. So I'm okay with that. Whoa. Here comes my coffee. She scared me, Lee. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm okay with these O'Sullivan Lemieux. Look, Lemieux put in his shot to get Canelo, right? And that's why I asked you. Canelo's going to have some options here. Canelo is the driving force now in the sport.
Canelo's not going to take a third fight. There's no way Canelo takes it.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will, because then he's going to box.
I'll say it right now. Canelo's a bitch.
Oh, stop. You sound stupid saying that. That's going to lose credibility for us. You can't say that after last night, Lee. He did what the fans wanted. This is why Abel Sanchez had to fucking stick his foot in his mouth and start calling this kid a great champion. He didn't run, if that's the word everyone's going to use about the first fight, which is bullshit. He didn't use head movement, right? Oh, he kept his head there and actually, it was Rakasakam boxing. Saul wasn't counter-punching last night. So no, you can't say he's a bitch. Listen, it's not his fault he is who he is, and Vegas is going to ride him. Vegas probably should have been riding him 2 years ago, but they didn't for whatever reason. But right now, they need him. The sport needs him, and that's why he got those 2 rounds in the last 4. I'm telling you that right now. Expect that all the time. If he wins 5, if you're fighting Canelo, you can't give up 5 rounds because it's a possibility he's going to get 7 in that fight. That one close round. You guys, in the 12th round, the champion comes out and starts whooping his ass. If you guys watch the beginning of the 12th round, Triple G lands like 4 or 5 punches before Canelo even gets into gear. He never dominates that round. He goes toe-to-toe with Triple G. He's staying there with Triple G, jab for jab, right hand for right hand. But he never takes over the round like Triple G did when he came out. When he comes out, left hand, right hand, uppercut, jab. Now let's go. He's up 5-0 right now.
That's why I gave you the floor space, because I knew that you wanted that.
Yeah, Lee, man, great fight. Bring it back. Saul, all right, listen, let me go with his options, Lee. We have the trilogy. We have Lemieux, all right? David Lemieux is there as a warm-up fight, we've had 2 hard fights back-to-back. Now we want to take on just a contender. You have Lemieux there. But then, and I'm dead serious about this, there was a man who opened up his mouth across the ocean, right? Saying he wants to fight again. Who we all talking about? No other than Money Mayweather. Saying he wants to fight Pacquiao. People, I don't believe Floyd was serious about the Pacquiao challenge. I think he was just throwing his name out there so people will bite. And when I say people, I'm talking Oscar. When De La Hoya bites, Floyd will use Pacquiao as leverage to gain more money from Saul. But the fight people will want to see in May 5th, 2019 is not going to be Pacquiao versus fucking Mayweather 2. It's going to be Alvarez versus Mayweather for the WBC, the undisputed middleweight championship of the world, probably at a catch weight, though. Don't hold Mayweather, go to full 160. That's the fight. This is the fight that makes Mayweather the most money right now as we go. But the last option that Oscar has that he's been throwing out there, and it really depends on the fighter's next fight, is Conor fucking McGregor. And the only reason why I say that, Lee, is because of the money that these 2 men will generate. This fight is another Mayweather versus McGregor. The Mexicans are going to show up. The UFC fans are going to show up. They'll do over 1 million and something buys. It'll be great. He has options. If I'm De La Hoya, I'm leaning towards Floyd. If you can get Floyd back in the ring and somehow get Saul to win the 5 rounds and Vegas will give him 7 and we'll move on from Money May, that is going to set off Saul Alvarez's career. This is what's going to put him where no one can argue who he is pound for pound right now. The kid has the skills, Lee. Lee, listen, I'm telling you, in the first fight, it was way better for Saul Alvarez. Technically, he was almost perfect that night. I know a lot of you said he lost that fight. I did not think he lost. It was a great fight he fought. on Triple G. In this fight, what the fuck? He proved he had heart, a chin, stands toe-to-toe. He has everything. He's the full package. And then, what I've always given him credit for, you guys, no one in the boxing world gives him enough credit. Look at his fucking resume. He fights everybody. So this kid is a triple threat. He's the full package. They're going to crown him. He just needs the victory back from Floyd. If I'm De La Hoya, I get on the phone. I tell Saul Alvarez, we're going to give him one more fight. One more fight where you're not top dog. You're going to be the B-side one more time. But I promise you, if you give me 5 rounds, you will be the A-side the rest of your career. That's it.
You okay?
I just drank some coffee.
Okay. Is there any other news that you'd like to cover today?
Floyd versus Pacquiao, Lee. You called it, right? You've been saying it for fucking years. I kept saying it's not going to happen. Then these two little dipshits show up in Japan talking about they're going to fight in December.
Yes.
The first thing I asked immediately, 2 guys in the room, do you guys want to see it? They were split. One said yes. The other said no. I'm going to tell you what they both agreed on, though, Lee. They're not going to pay for it. So I don't know what Floyd's going to do about that one, but no. One said he'd watch it for free. The other one says he doesn't care for the fight at all. Both. No drop in pay-per-view money for that one. If I'm Floyd, I stay away from that fight. Unless the demand over in Asia is that great where they're just throwing money at this thing, and they might even do the fight in Macau because of that. Nah, stay away. I might go back after Canelo. Listen, Canelo is better than where he was, 4 years ago now when he fought Floyd, 5 years ago? But he might not be good enough still to beat him. Floyd still might have an advantage in the ring from his ring generalship. That's what got Canelo the last time. If I'm Floyd, I'm looking at that fight. Lee, that's a sellout. That is a sellout all the way around. Vegas will be sold out, people, if they do Mayweather Canelo 2 Cinco de Mayo.
Okay.
Did you look up boxing scene? Did you get any news?
I'm looking at the news right now. I mean,
Yes.
The next biggest piece of news, honestly, is talking about next week's fight, which is Povetkin versus Anthony Joshua. There's nothing else that happened this week. Nobody was crazy enough. There's the rumor of Chocolatito Gonzalez. No, it's official. He is fighting Fuentes. So the chocolate bar is back. That was announced this week. Do you care?
No. This whole flyweight run that they're doing, they just don't have that many fighters down there they're not the old days, right?
Right. Roman Gonzalez had a fight this past week. He knocked out a guy named Fuentes in the 5th round. And of course,
knockout. It was a great knockout, right?
HBO is touting it well, look, I get from the HBO perspective, you're looking for fighters, right? Like, that's the whole ball of wax. Everybody's looking for fighters that will generate money. If you're HBO, if you're Golden Boy, it doesn't matter the organization right now. Everybody's trying to generate a marquee name and fight.
Did you hear HBO lost Alvarez versus Kovalev too?
No.
It went to ESPN. Top Rank bought the fight. It's insane, Lee. I don't know what HBO was thinking letting that fight go. I told you, it's been looking gloomy over there in the HBO boxing headquarters for a few years now, and they're at a serious low point right now. Last week's fights only did 280,000 peak on the viewership. 280,000? Like, are you serious right now? And that was their whole. That's why I said forget that whole Superfly bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You guys are scraping.
Well, look, from a fan perspective, I'm going to be honest. From a fan perspective, I really, I know I've said it jokingly, but man, do I really have a problem with Max Kellerman. And they're just so pro their fighters. I don't, there's Showtime does the same thing with PBC. Mauro Ranallo crawls up the ass of the